It was cold a couple of days ago, but it is pretty nice for us now, comfortable. you know. So how are you,
The,
Angela?
I'm good. The frost killed my cilantro and my basil, so
I see.
I guess it was too cool in the window.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it is.
the rosemary and the thyme is doing kind of good. They kind of hardy.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's about time for us to begin planting some of them because it was too cold earlier.
Yeah,
So
you gotta wait. Well, the last frost supposed to be I think May to April over here. I don't know about your zone.
I
You
see.
just gotta find about your zone.
Yeah. There is a gardener friend of mine who lives in New Jersey, and he's very big in this gardening. And he sends me the footage and all that. He has so much produce, so many things.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, he's very much. And he's my daughter got involved in the gardening. She did a good job last time, so he was very happy about that. He was telling me, "Congratulations! Nobody listens to me here. At least she's doing it. She did a very good job. She planned everything, and she planted, and she took a lot of care of that garden.
Yeah, I know. She's doing a lot of peppers and callaloo.
Yeah, I think she's doing different
Potatoes.
thing. There's a different thing she did. A lot of greens, some of the brinjals, and a lot of things she did.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that food, the way they're gonna start growing food, you're not gonna want to eat it anyway.
yeah.
Because I see now, Bill Gates is trying to get something passed to have coverage on your food that you won't even be able to wash it off or see it.
I see. Okay. Uh,
Yeah, so it's good that she's growing.
yeah, she's great. Yeah,
It's always good to grow some of your stuff at home.
yeah. So this is my 37th day on this topic of calming the mind. Uh,
Oh, congratulations. We almost there.
Yeah, 3 more days and I'm done. I hope people were at least took up the habit and tried some days. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so there were people on the Wisdom app and there were people on the other channels, LinkedIn and other things. So they were seeing it and responding to me and then sending me messages. So that is nice. And at least from the
The
LinkedIn.
next time you do the challenge from the beginning, I guess I can be involved.
Yeah. Uh, and the thing is, this is very superficial thing I discussed. We can go pretty deep into the mind matters. Um,
Uh-huh.
but then people get put off if you go too serious. So if they ask me questions, then I go. But otherwise, I don't want to bore them with a single lecture where they will listen to all sorts of esoteric things, and then they may not think that they are very practical things.
Oh, okay.
They practice them for thousands of years, our ancient people, in all the countries and all the religions. But then that coloring of religion is not applicable anymore because we're all one earth now, one village, right? Everybody is.
Yeah, everybody always keeps themselves so busy.
Yeah, I don't think we should look at like this belong to this country or this religion, but we have to take the good about it. That's what I
Yeah.
do. I don't bring in the only the one country thing and all that. I say this is all for all of us, the human beings. Science,
And that's exactly how it used to be before they wanted to divide up and conquer.
yeah, that's what was going on. So some of the things that I was in a room this afternoon, Angela, and they were talking about Africa and the preservation of their history, their experiences, and all that. There is
Mm-hmm.
my friend Pace. You know him, right? Pace. Uh,
Pace, I probably got to see him. Pace what?
Pace Ellsworth. Ellsworth.
So his name sounds familiar. I've seen
Yeah,
you in one of the rooms. I probably do.
yeah. He is one who started this free preserve our records, eternally, something like. So he is doing a very charitable work in Africa and everywhere, where he's helping them to get their records together and preserve them. Very charitable work they are doing there. So they were talking about that African history Asian history and American history, like that. They were talking about preserving all of that. Then I told them how evolved the ancients were in their minds and their interior. You know,
Mhm.
so you take African, you take Asian, you take Chinese, Egyptian, any of those in Japanese, all these cultures, they have so much
They
heritage.
found it.
Yeah, very, very nice ones, you know. That's what I was talking to them about. Because if you look at outward, without technology, without things, we are very ahead, no doubt about it. But then we kind of neglect our inner self. That's where the ancients provided a lot of wisdom and still good for us. Actually, we need it more now because we are messed up internally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it plays so much with the brain right now.
yeah.
That's why we really need it.
Yeah, we did because we are really going the other way quite often, and then we get into this all these addictions to get rid of that nonsense we create ourselves in the mind. You know,
Mhm.
so that's why I see the suffering of this addiction, suffering of this neurosis, depression, anxiety. So many things I see, right? You know, that's why I was telling you, hey, just be natural. Try to pay attention to your mind a little bit. You know, that's
And then
all.
you're the one who created. They
Yeah,
create, and then
yeah,
they try to correct it.
exactly, exactly. That's what I was trying to tell them. You know,
I'm
so
just gonna put it on mute while you talk, because I'm gonna cut on the water. Go ahead.
yeah, but basically, this room aim is to really pay attention to where we have gone overboard with this information and we are not properly using it. Rather, we are expecting everything to be done from outside, whereas we have to have the control from inside. You know, that's why this habit of calming the mind every day is going to help us to be clear and to be really not having so much health problems also. You know, people think they can think through everything and then they can get stimulated all the time and then they can switch off the mind just like that. It doesn't. Main mind also needs training. You get to train it to calm, to train it to be still, to be in that silence and all that. And they are very good features for the health wise. You know, when you are like that, the health is much more preserved than the other way, you know. So
Yes.
yeah,
And I told them that in another room. I said, a doctor told me, if you really don't have nothing to say and it's not for good energy, hold on to your energy and just be silent.
yes, you save a lot of energy. You know, each thought takes so much of energy. People don't realize that. You know, so
Yeah.
you remember when we smile or laugh or we kind of have some joyful occasion, we don't
Mhm.
feel like a burden. We feel very easy, right, light-hearted and all that. And that those circumstances people get through entertainment. They think no, but if you can really have that silence within, it is very very good. You know, music is good, laughter is good, and conversation is good. So many things that people can do naturally that will help them keep their mind really in the moment, happy go lucky, and really help themselves a lot instead of thinking a lot all the time. You know?
Yeah. And they always telling me, no, you need to hurry up. You need to do this. I was like, it's not that serious.
Yeah,
Not
it's
for
not.
me.
Yeah, it is not. I mean, you can do the work if you can keep your
You
mind.
can, but I'm saying when they pushing you so
Yeah,
hard, and if you're
yeah,
not in the mental right state of mind, you
exactly.
don't need to be doing all that work. That goes strokes and heart attacks. I can
Yeah,
see it
exactly.
coming.
You know what? You know, the ancient wisdom talked about this. We believe that we have to be passionate, we have to be intense to do stuff, right? But they
Mhm.
showed how to excel, how to be intense in a job without having any of this tension, this goal setting and pursuing it, and then killing us with the deadlines and all that. They said none of it. You don't need it. What you need is you want to excel something, then work with the process, not with the goals. That
Yep.
way, that's very controversial in the modern times, but actually, that is how I operate. I don't really have a specific goals, but whatever I'm doing, I do it properly. and the goals take care of themselves, and the results take care of themselves.
That's what I said. I'm working on my goals, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to stress myself with everybody saying what I need to do
Yeah.
and overload yourself with things, and then you're really not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. See, a lot of the people think, oh no, no, you have to have a goal set, you have to be very aggressive about it. Meanwhile, you are killing yourself in a way with all the stress and everything that you generate, and that is really absolutely not, you know. So
Yeah. And a lot of them look like they're killing themselves half the time. They always complaining they
yeah,
tired, they worn out, they burned out.
yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I be over in the room. I told them I be over here in the room
Yeah.
with the doctor sometimes. Sometimes stop by. Nice
Yeah,
little exercise to do.
yeah. I am always telling them be in the present, be kind of calm, don't have the reactions, then you function much better. And if you are silent within, with all these trainings, then you fare better with the colleagues too, because they like you when you are quiet and calm in very, very tough situations. Usually, everybody likes that kind of person who is a kind of do not make a big deal out of it, but they're not yelling and all that, but kind of quiet and goes about their thing and helps other people too. So that is a kind of leader I want to groom. That's why I wrote this course, Servant Leadership, where
Uh-huh.
you
Oh, that's
are.
what you're doing?
Yeah, I did already completed it, and that
Oh,
that that course is about helping others, serving others, not your selfish desires. Basically, simply like that. Then that is what is needed in American corporations, where people are, bosses are egotistical, power hungry, and then they take it on other people. They create a lot of unhappiness around themselves. But if you can be a servant leader where other people's goals are more important than yours, you come out pretty well all the time. You know. See, these women are treated very unjustly, and then they don't get correct pay, and they don't get the promotions, they don't get the opportunity to grow, even though they are very competent. And many women told me about how bad they felt in other jobs. Whereas when they come to work for me, it's kind of they felt it's a liberation thing, because I always ask them, what is your goal in your life apart from this job? And then when they told me their secret, what they wanted to do, I try to give them whatever we can do from our corporation. It could be monetary, it could be tuition, it could be some grants or something that we can do. There were so many things we were able to do, and then also guidance for the professional achievement, and then training them as leaders and all. I took a lot of pleasure in that. Really, especially medical students and interns and residents that I trained, they were trained. I have a simple principle, Angela. It is called clone and delegate. So if I have for example, I'm running a clinic, I have this set of patients, different sets of patients come, right? Obesity, diabetes, hypertension, like that. So I showed them an approach like how I do, I make them do like that. That's the cloning, right? And then once they have that, then I make them do it. So by doing, they gain a lot of confidence, you know.
and they get the experience of it too.
Yeah, experience. Let them make the mistake. That's okay. But then after mistakes, I call them opportunities to grow, not like failings or deficit, anything like that. I just used to tell, oh, this is an opportunity for us to do better or do go. There is a principle in Japanese philosophy. It's like I'm not getting the name, but basically what it is every day they try to improve anything that they do a few percentage points improvement, like a 5% or something. So they were kind of improved everything like that, because it's not like a artificial goal somewhere. They come today and they say, in this day, what is that we can improve, a process or a policy or arrangement of things, or ordering things, saving money. So many departments are there, right, in any organization. So they were taking one at a time, and then for that day, 5% improvement or even 1% improvement. So that kind of iterative improvement in patient in people's career goals or achievement of that, that made a lot of difference.
And I know a lot of people, they getting laid off, so you imagine how burned out they are.
Yeah, they are.
Not knowing.
Yeah. See, I used to tell them the burnout people. One girl, actually, she's a elderly lady at the time when she came. She is 55 or something like that. For that job, she is elderly, but she came as an office manager for us. What happened to her was she was used up very all her energies were used by another organization, and they kind of fired her unnecessarily because she was old. That's why they said. And then when she came to me, she was always talking about the other place because she was so bound to that place. Then I told her, Janet, just to stop there. And you are at a new place now. You have this chance to improve this place. Forget about that people and then do it. And then she's, oh, that made me such a realize how much I'm talking about the other place. And then she was very happy to be here. And then she did so much work by herself that four people would have done that. You see, the other place then again called her back and saying, oh, "We miss you. We don't have anybody." Like she said, "No way, I'm coming back. I'm very happy here."
Happy where she's at.
Yeah, yeah. And then she did so much work. It was the tasking. So she became a symbol for other people doing things over and above their job description. And but first I did that though. I did that with them from the first interview. So and then they took it, and then they lot of kids came as medical assistants, and then they became full blown RNs, registered nurses, and they did very well, you know. So
That's beautiful.
yeah, it's a what I call nurturing the employees, provide an atmosphere where they are going to grow as people, as leaders, you know. So the more opportunity we gave them to experiment with their skills, they gained more skills, you know. So and that was good for me as they learned more. They treated patients well, and the patients went and got more patients because their case was very good, you know. So it is like a always if you aim for the upliftment of the employees, they will only your place will only grow and then flourish, you know. So this those things that I call them soft skills, Angela. These soft skills I learned from the ancients, you know, and not like modern management. Modern management goes for the things and objectives outside, but I always go for inner transformation. You know, that I learned from the. I have actually wrote a couple of articles on the soft skills. You know, now I got the Substack. I'm going to put all the articles in there. You know, so
Oh, cool.
yeah, I just learned about Substack and I opened an account, so all my articles will come there. A lot of them. I have close to 50 articles on different matters. You know, there are inequality, there is awareness, there is enhancement of the human being. Number of topics like that. You know, of course, the planet, wellness, all these things I talk about right all the time. So they're all going to be. I'm going to send you that. You know, you can also look at those articles. You know, down the line.
Thank you.
Yeah, say all this chat gpt helping to generate a lot of material. I'm very happy about that.
Do you know how to use it?
Oh yeah, very much. I'm very deep into that because that releasing me a lot of time, you know. So I'm able to do other stuff because of that.
Yeah, you get your time back.
Yeah, a lot of time. And then also, it all depends upon what you ask it. You know, if you ask a good question,
Yeah, it's how you prompt.
yeah, how do you prompt? Then it will give you very good answers too. Still, I go through everything because there may be some inaccuracies, right? And also, I have to edit each one. So I'm doing that now. And as I'm editing, I'm going to put that in the new place I found, that Substack. So,
Nice. That's what I was doing. I got to go back over my book
Yeah.
And I did the presentation. I have the presentation, but I want to take some more information out.
Yeah.
Of the book. I want to actually add more of the minerals, like the daily minerals you need, and then I want to be able to give them the 92 minerals and vitamins they get.
Yeah.
Daily, that you know. And then I was going to go on that part. I think I already made the book. I'm trying to add more pages to it.
Let me help you with that because I do come supplements, herbal, Ayurvedic, a lot of things I spend time on, and thereby I can probably give you some insights, hopefully.
Okay. So, what do you want me to do?
Well, you ask me a question. Send me a few questions, like five questions that you want me to contribute to you, and I will give you the information. Then you go and research on the information, and if you are satisfied, use that. You know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I did it with a lot of people on different topics. When they go to lecture something, they ask me, and then I give my input. And actually, the more I give, the more I kind of retain or grow. So I don't mind giving it away. So I've been doing it for years now. You know.
Yeah, because I didn't want it so much of copy like, so that's why I was going to start
No,
adding
no.
my own
This
stuff
is
in there.
scientific information. Is anybody can get, but then we have our resources, right? So we can put them in a way that is going to be understandable. Because whenever we write for the lay people, we got to write for their level so that they can easily read and understand. If you put too many clinical
No, I
terms,
did ask, and the best way to keep it simple so you can actually ask them
yeah,
to rewrite it, like if you wanted to put it on different levels,
yeah,
you can leave it the first way, and then you can ask them to rewrite it for an eighth grader to read, because it's more simple and
yeah.
it's more easier to read than making it so, complicated that a person will put it down.
Yeah.
So we found out a lot of adults like the books that we had did like that. So,
Yeah.
oh, we just lost somebody. They came in and went back out.
Oh, that was Sonia. She will come back probably. You know. So,
Oh, okay.
uh,
Yes.
you see the nutrition also, Angela. If you take the ancients, they have Ayurveda. You know, it's like all the food is used as medicine. You know, it's a big science. You know, I know about that. You know, but then if you look at the modern times, now we are going to go into nutrigenomics. That means, according to your genes, you're going to eat the appropriate food.
Yeah, but I know a lot of them don't want to go in and check their genes and
Yeah,
everything.
I mean, it's
So
all
that's,
coming up. What I'm saying is the spectrum is from ancient to the modern, say so much on nutrition. You see, that's what
oh yeah, it's true.
that's what I'm saying. But you know, this nutrigenomics is only casual interest for us because the branch is coming up. But anything practical right now, can you go and check your gene and have the foods? That is not there yet. It's only educational research purposes for now. But I just mentioned you how broad it can be. You
I
see?
know, because the part that I don't know how I'm going to put some of the questions for you, but I know it's going to be some of the things like with the high nutrient contents and I'm sorry, including like iodine and iron and calcium. Like people don't know they can actually get iron from cast iron pots and
You
things
know
in it.
how we doctors approach this supplemental thing and all that is what is supposed to be natural and not in a drug form. Yeah, there is Sanya. Sanya, Angela thinking that you disappeared. I said she will come back. Don't worry.
How you doing, son? Yeah, we was just chatting. Yeah, but go ahead. What you were saying? I'm sorry.
So what it is we approach what is normal, what do we get with natural sources, and where is the diet is getting refined, and then it's not really getting um good uh, attention in manufacturing because they take away a lot of for example, if you take rice, they take away by polishing it, really processing it, they lose a lot of top layer ingredients of vitamin B1 protein and all that. Okay, Whereas if you take the supplements because your diet is very poor, is not vitally rich. uh, uh, oh, I mean, San is saying she can't hear uh, in I don't know.
It went back down.
I know she said she can't hear in the clubhouse. That's why.
Oh,
Can
maybe she got to adjust her microphone, but she got to do the update. They had another update that a lot of people was doing
ah,
because they was having the same problem.
I see, I
And
see.
remember, Clubhouse don't lost like 45 of their workers, so
Yeah, I know they removed them because of the improvement in the chat GPT and all that. They kind of made them remove these people, I believe. That was a discussion.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So what I'm saying is there is so much mass manufacture of the foods, they end up taking out our vital piece of nutrition from the nutrients, right? So that's
Hmm.
why I kind of teach my patients how to grow organically grown vegetables and fruits in their backyard. That way at least they are assured that they are not putting a lot of chemicals and a lot of fertilizers and all that. And I'm serious about it because if you trace some of the cancer increase, that's also attributed to some of these chemical agents that we use to grow our food. That's why I tell them, make your own compost fertilizer in the backyard. Just dig up a hole and put all the waste in there and cover it up, and after 3 4 months it becomes a very good organical manure, right? And you give that to your plants, that is free of chemicals and pesticides. And also try to grow them with pure water and also sunshine and all that. Go to the nature as much as possible. And they did. And the fruits and vegetables are much more tasty and much more nutritious, right? That's what I aim for. But we may not get all of them, but at least some of them will be organically grown. And then when you go to the market, also make sure they are really organically grown. We go to these farmers markets, Angela, on the Saturdays. They use those burgers. They don't have much travel and all that. They bring in within an hour or two, right up, right. They pick them and they bring them here. We always try to use them their produce. At least that way it's not traveled in the trucks for several days and weeks and from other countries. So they're rather fresh market, really. We go there and we bring it. There is one international fresh market in Chicago. You remember last time I said I was with my daughter and my wife. We went there.
Oh yeah. What
Yeah.
did they buy? Good stuff that day.
Yeah, this organically produce and a lot of fruits, vegetables, and also goodies, some things, all those things that they bought there. And then also we went to some clothing shops and all that. They bought those things too. And then
Nice.
we went to a temple where there's a very, very nice function going on and all that. So we have a good time there. But the main thing is we go once in a while and we bring enough for the couple of weeks, and that goes on. Later on we will go there again. So we get to take some good look at what we are eating, what is in it, what is really good for us. Seasonal fruits are very good usually. you know they are cheap, and also they are kind of plenty available. So that kind of things we should focus, and that will be more natural you know
And you won't lose so much of the nurturement because they
yeah,
local.
yeah, exactly, they are local. And also this polishing these fruits and vegetables to make it attractive to the customers, that's also a problem, because some of the chemicals they use to polish them is not good at all. So that is there.
So I'm gonna think of five good questions. Well, one of my books is the Seymour's book,
Uh-huh.
and another one I had was a gardening book, and I was doing the food scraps.
Yeah.
The food scraps. See, I got a lot in the house too that I want to actually take to the compost bin, but I was thinking about getting me a 5 gallon bucket and
Hmm.
make me some compost in the house.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
the compost is a good idea because lots of times people forgot how easy, how economical it is, and how healthy in the long run. So all these things I saw it in India when I was very young, and I saw one plant has got 1,000 mums. And they were so yellow and so rich and very good. I never saw such blooming of flowers in one small pot because my sister used to mix this compost and the soil and then put them there. With that, they can really grow a lot. You know, so I
You get
see.
a lot of nurturement from it. That's black gold. They call it black gold.
Yeah, it is. It is. And also, we used to get so much of beans and eggplants and all that. They are like a actually, that is a black soil, that layer where we lived in, and also
Uh-huh.
putting all those things in there. We got so much vegetables. We didn't know what to do with that at the time, so we don't have refrigeration at the time. But then we used to give it away to the neighbors and everybody around, so that each,
That's nice.
yeah,
Everybody got to eat.
yeah, I got to eat. And so that was fun to give it to them, and they were all very appreciative of the fresh vegetables coming to them. So that was very young when we did it. But now these supermarkets also, I kind of really tell my patients also. The supermarkets, you may want to find out where they got those supply produce from, and how did they come, what time. So if they receive them several weeks ago and they want to polish them to make it appear like they are fresh, right? And those chemicals that they use for the polish can be toxic for some people, and some people it's not really good for the nutrients. So the way we approach it is nutrition and value. Is it going to bring you vital energy? Is it going to bring your organs function better? And then you can be like that in the long run. So that kind of thing, when you're saying, then all the ingredients for a nutritious meal should come from the natural foods. And then supplements are only for those who are having this blood levels showing or symptoms showing that this particular person is deficient, maybe manganese or magnesium or potassium, like that. Then we want to replace them. But these days, it has become a fashion to take all the supplement like a, even though they have it or not. There is a danger. If you are deficient in vitamin, you take vitamin, it's good. But if you are already normal with vitamin, you take more vitamin because you're catching a fad or something, then the hypervitaminosis is also a problem. See, it has to be in a balance. Of course, we have the federally required quantity that is there, but then it has. If you do a balanced diet all the time, and if you eat it according to your physiological cycles, that means don't eat it unless you are very hungry. Okay, then it's much better for you to eat proper natural food in balance according to the season. So these are very simple, natural principles, but to live them is the problem. I say everybody gets caught up with what they see in the supermarket, and then sometimes they are used to them from childhood, something like that.
I
Just
usually have when my grandkids used to live with me. We always start at the produce area first.
yeah.
So we over there with the fruits and vegetables. You don't have all of those appetite, and don't go to the store when you're hungry.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. And also multicolored fruits and vegetables is good. The people may bring one or two and then they eat only that. No, no, no. Multiple colored, different colors vegetables and fruits
The
are good.
rainbows.
Yeah, rainbow, exactly.
Maybe I'll add that into the book too, because
You
like the
should.
red is for the heart.
Yeah, you should. You should. Because the colors also has some ingredients accordingly that are good for us too.
Yeah, that's why I said maybe I should use that because all the whites are very good for the immune system. Yeah. And
Yeah.
that probably be an easier way for them to remember things
Yeah,
like that.
exactly, exactly. No, send me some of those questions, then I will give you some feedback on that. Okay?
Okay, we'll do. You
Yeah.
know I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So anybody else there? They are there on the wisdom, and then also on the LinkedIn probably. But I don't have a.
Can I write you in my book? Can I put it in the book you gave me? Give me credit for it?
Oh yeah, sure, sure, no problem.
Okay,
I
cool.
told you,
Thank you.
people have done that with me before, so that is there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, again, this room is for those people who are joining us. I have been doing this for the last 37 days. This is 37th, 3 more days left. I just want to give importance of calming our mind on a regular basis and making a habit in this age of information overload, like a brain fog or overwhelm, stress and burnout. I'm seeing so many people are not able to sleep well, people are having headaches, anxiety, so many things, right? So a
Yeah.
simple thing that we all neglect is taking care of our mind, our
And
thoughts.
that's what I was just telling them earlier on Clubhouse. I was like, you keep running like that. I was like, you got to
Yeah.
remember, you might make money and all that, but what about your health?
Yes,
If you
exactly.
don't have good health, you're not going to enjoy that anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do is they make money and spoil their health. Then they spend a lot of money to get back to health, but that health may not come back. So
Exactly.
that's the problem. That's why what I'm saying is maybe they are not romantic, they are not very aggressive, but they're very natural, simple things that we can do. So one of the things is I saw so much waste of money in the medical field. So many things we don't have to do. We do them just because of protocol or defense or whatever, right? And then we waste so many, and then we don't give insurance to all people, and then those people will cost much more later on. It's all topsy-turvy system. That's why I said I'm promoting wellness-oriented health systems. So I practice it, I live it, and I always talk about it. I advise all my patients and everybody that I meet. And also, I'm doing all the work in my BFL about how can we promote wellness? How can we bring it to the everybody everyday's regular consciousness? One of the wellness is this mind control, mind calming. I always talk about four pillars of wellness. The first one is food. Second one is exercise. Third one is sleep or relaxation. And the fourth one is the mind. How do you take care of your mind? Just because you are thinking all the time doesn't mean that is smart. That's really not smart in the sense. So I have been telling them for so long, but the mind is something very worried because more and more technology is dishing out more and more information, and we are stuffing our mind with all sorts of unnecessary information. You got to vacate that on a daily basis. Just do that in the morning and during the day, maybe a couple of times, and in the evening, and associate it with a deep breathing. Then you feel relaxed, you feel better, energized, and focused, and then go back to the whatever you are doing, but always knowing that you don't want to think continuously without any control. That's not good. That's the purpose of this room. Okay.
And I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Mouna. Where did she go?
I don't know. They are not able to hear on the clubhouse, I believe. So that's
I
what.
think there's a lot going on in the clubhouse.
Yeah. I was able to hear you okay, and you were able to hear me okay, but I don't know what was going on with them.
I guess they got to check their energy.
Probably.
The
Yeah.
wires. Sometimes you got to go out, come back in, adjust your microphone.
Yeah.
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 Sometimes that's what you got to do.
I was in couple of rooms this afternoon. I had no problem. So they heard me, I heard them. They invited me up, and then I went and talked to them about planet, about this, all sorts of things, ancients and everything. That went very well, actually. I was pleased the way we were able to discuss very deep issues. Uh, well, Angela,
What was this discussion about?
the discussion was about preserving the records of our ancient, not even ancient, Esther generation, especially in Africa, what their experiences were, how people had colonialism, and how they were really invaded, people who invaded them and then robbed them, all those things. They wanted to preserve those experiences well, and that was the pre. That is the association with Pace has found out. That is the association he started, and then I'm part of it. So what it is the preservation of the records, all the stories that were not told, and all that kind of thing. That was very good because there's so many crafts, so many arts, so many philosophies, so many lifestyle patterns that are good, that are there in the Esther generations. So those should be preserved. That's the point they were talking about. I agree with them. I encourage them too. So actually, I told them how I felt about ancients being more evolved in their internal nature, how they found out about their own thoughts or own mind and what to do with the deep meditation and all that, right? Whereas we focus on the external things, not the internal. That is the need of the hour. We got to know our own inner nature, our own inner health, our own inner feelings and thoughts. If you know, then you can really handle them better. They had a lot of systems that I got hold of them. I'm a student of the ancient wisdom, right? So what they taught me, basically, I'm kind of out of this mad rush, this rat race that we have, right? But I'm more involved with so many projects, willingly wanted to do. So whatever work I do it because I want to do it, you know. So that is there, and then not focusing on the results as much as on the process, living in the present, really not having any difference between me and others because we accept the whole world is one. There is no difference. So, so many good things they taught me that were very, very good for me. I kind of work very intensely, but no tensions. I work out, I kind of relax very nicely, but without relaxed and all. And then from morning till evening, I'm doing something for somebody all the time. That's what I like about it. So it's not like you are looking for something out there because you are empty, but you are full enough. That's why you are willingly to give the overflow. You see, Angela, what I mean?
Yes, I know. That's what I said. A lot of people don't like to give back.
Yeah. Once you are giving itself becomes pleasure. you know
And I give all the time. That's
yeah.
probably why I don't have a lot.
That's okay. It's external things may come and go. That's not
Yeah,
important. But what you feel, how you do, that's important, right? So
exactly.
a lot of people kill for that. They don't have inner peace. They don't have happiness. They don't have satisfaction, fulfillment. They may make a lot of money. They may make a lot of pleasures, but then they find them sooner or later they won't be. See, there are four ways that the ancient talked about. One is to have Sanya is back. Can you hear us? Oh, she could not hear
And
still.
she's gone again.
I think she is not able to hear us. That's her problem. She sent me a message.
If
She's
she stayed long enough, she needs to check her she needs to check her mic and change it or upgrade. She might need an upgrade because Clubhouse did an upgrade this weekend.
oh, okay,
That's
okay.
what a lot of people was doing in the other room. They had to upgrade the app. She's back down in the bottom. So if you could tell her to upgrade her app, maybe that will help her.
I don't see her though. Do you see her?
She's right down there in the bottom. Do you see like following your friends? Pull up a little bit on your screen. You're gonna see her there.
No, I don't see her.
Oh, I see her. You
Oh
want
yeah,
me to invite her
there,
back up?
yeah,
I'll
there
invite
she
her
is.
back up.
There she is. Yeah, I invited, but yeah. Sanya,
Sonia, maybe you need to go in and check your mic and change your mic. See if you need to switch your mic from normal to high. If that don't work, you need to do an upgrade on Clubhouse because they did an upgrade this weekend.
no, then maybe
And you can do an upgrade while you're on the stage. I'm sorry, Doctor. Go ahead.
yeah. Probably that's what is going on. Okay. I mean, I could not hear her, so I don't think she has spoken. But I think that's the problem, you know. But I'm open on the wisdom also.
She's
She
gone
can come
again.
there.
She's back down there looking at us.
Yeah, yeah. So many.
Yeah, so you should be able to see all the people that actually
Yeah,
follow you.
yeah. They are there. I can see that.
Yeah.
You know, they're all there. But yeah. There's so many people that follow me. I have some 11,000 people follow me on Clubhouse. So that is there. Yeah, there it is. I think she's on the wisdom app maybe. Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
I'll bring
okay.
her up there. So she. Yeah, there's. Hi, Sanya.
Hi.
You
Hi,
know,
Dr. Rao. Hi, Angela.
hmm.
I don't know. Hi, I don't even see you now.
I think it's a app problem. I believe Clubhouse
Yeah, but
changed.
we can hear you. How you doing?
Yeah.
Good, good. Thanks for the tip there. I contacted the back. I mean, the clubhouse people. They
Ah,
said they changed it, but it didn't work still.
didn't
So
work. Yeah.
sometimes it works when I go in, sometimes it doesn't. So it's kind of
This is
very.
good. That's why I open on the wisdom and here too, so that people can talk to different ways, right? You know. So
Yeah, that,
yeah.
whatever. Right?
We were
I
talking
remember they
about.
doing a lot of. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was telling Sanya, we were talking about food supplements, and Angela is writing a book. She's a gardener too, right? And that's why I was talking about how natural we should be, and that's a discussion mostly. And also, I talked about the importance of keeping our mind calm and all that too, you know. But you have anything you want to add, Sanya?
I'm deciding what to put on the garden this year, like
Yeah.
seasonal. Like I like I do herbs and stuff too.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
Our time is coming because it begins for us garden time in the beginning of the May. That's when my daughter plants everything, and then we get a lot of green stuff, and then and also they grow different kind of things, beans and eggplants and tomatoes. So three, four things I remember from, but I ate them, but I don't remember all of them. Celery and all that. So they were very
this year I think I do some squash.
squash. Okay.
What
Mm.
do you think? What is your staple there when you plant?
Oh, I was telling you the rainbow, multiple colors, vegetables and fruits. We use mix it a lot of them. See,
Okay.
Indian diets has this curry is made different ways. You can steam the vegetables and then just take a small amount of oil and then fry them, or you can deep fry them, or you can put some masala, they call it, right? The spices, or you can make them into dal, they call it, that's pulses and all that, you know, and that's very protein rich, you know. So many varieties of recipes they have, and they really make a difference, you know. So a lot of deliciousness there. But then any curry, any dal, any of these things are made such a way that there are so much variety, you know. So they can make individual vegetables or combination of them, right? And then they can make plain, they can make with just with some turmeric, salt and pepper, or they can make with spices. Each one has got a rich taste, so people are used to that. So it is the fried that is I don't encourage, and also it is the too much spices all the time. Once in a while is okay, but too much spice is not there. But then at least one part of the meal will have some of the spices. That way, actually, those are meant for easier digestion, better assimilation, and also better excretion. Of all those functions will be by the fiber in it, by the things that they do with it. You know, and then some of the spices are especially for that. You know, so. You don't see some of the gastrointestinal cancer who in the people who are following this kind of diet. You know, there's so much written. There's one book written on just this dal, Dal is where they put the pulses and make a concoction of spices and all that. And that goes with your bread, your rice, your whatever you make. Breads also so many varieties. But the thing is, the Ayurvedic knowledge is there, even now. Even though people don't know why this is, we are mixing, their generations passed down the preparation of these things according to the Ayurvedic principles. And now we are going to reverse engineering, studying them in the reverse way. Why they chose this, what is the significance of this, that kind of thing. And that helped us to clarify our supplemental deficiency or vitamin deficiency or elemental, any of that. They are ingenious. For example, we go to this temple, right? And then there they have got a lot of goodies there. But then one thing is, it's called tamarind rice, turmeric, and then made the rice. The turmeric is so anti-inflammatory, and also it is a staple thing that they make. It doesn't need refrigeration. How many days it is there, it gets nurtured and then denatured, and that way it's very good for you to eat that. It's my daughter's favorite, but this dish is there from my childhood. Everywhere you go, they will make that because that's very healthy if you eat that. Antioxidants, very, very, very nice. So it is kind of good for your heart. So many ways it is. So I got to look at supplements in that way. Modern we have very little attention to the diet. Only the pyramid is also proven wrong. But the ancients, they said food as medicine. So that is the one we need to. That's what I'm telling Angela. From the spectrum of ancient Ayurvedic diet to the now nutrigenomics, based on the genomes, we have the diets coming up soon. It's not at the stage yet, but it is a educational research level. Actually, I presented a talk on that. Somebody asked me, I think Lady Jules, I think she's the one who asked me for the topic. I did talk about it. Maybe you can look for the recording. Angela, I think it may be interesting to you because you are writing that book.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we was talking about too, and we was talking about the four pillars you was
Yeah.
telling me,
Yeah.
with the food, the exercise, and the sleep, and the mind.
Yeah, those are the pillars I promote because ancient talked about this. They said ahara, vihara, achara, vichara. Those are the Sanskrit words. Ahara means food. Vihara means exercise, going for a walk and all that. Vichara is where you are thinking about it. And then the rest also there. The sleep is also. So it's a kind of four pillars are how the society was built, even here or there, anywhere. These four are very important for us, right?
Yes, and we was also talking about the rainbow colors of the
Yeah,
different colors of
yeah,
what it
that
actually do for our
that
bodies. Like you
yeah,
was
that's
talking about
what.
the white with
Yeah,
the immune system.
yeah, that's
You
what I
know.
tell my patients. Be seasonal. That's one thing. Be organic. Try to grow them yourself if you possible. Otherwise, if you go to the supermarket, buy all colors. Be like a rainbow. All the colors of fruits, especially the fruits and vegetables. We pick up like that too, and that's very, very good. Actually, a lot of health areas, people, health coaches and all, they promote that multiple colors of fruits and vegetables. But Americans have this habit of only one vegetable they may eat, and then that's it. So that's why we encourage them, get all the different fruits and different vegetables. And I also tell them one rule is, start each meal with a fruit. If you are not used to fruit plate and all that, but at least I relish fruits. I enjoy the fruits. You can also make fruit. I make a fruit salad where all these fruits are cut into small pieces, and then we put them in there, and then we put some walnut that is cut into some small things, and then some lemon, and then it becomes very nice to eat the fruit with the nuts too. So that's my specialty. I make that salad. So I
Well, I had a mango earlier. Mango I had, and a banana, and an orange, and I had a handful of figs,
yeah, we
and a
kind of
spoon of
mix all of them.
coconut,
Yeah.
and now I'm cooking some beans with some turmeric dumplings.
Ah, okay, very good.
What do you think of dry stuff, Dr. Rao? I know
That
turmeric
is,
is not
yeah,
available
that is
in dry
promoted.
format.
Yeah, that is promoted for the weathers where they were not able to get these fruits. But if you're tropical area like in India, like where I was, lot of fruit different. That's the thing I said seasonal. Some fruits only come certain season, right? So we always encourage them eat whatever fruit is available in that season. Actually, that's good also because climate has a character, right? Climate has its own, um, nutritious basis, right? So if you are eating some very like a cucumbers or some fruit containing things in wintertime, people are more vulnerable to get upper airway infections, sore throats, and all that, right? Suppose if you are eating a lot of curd or yogurt, then you can have more of throat secretions. Your cough will be bad too. So there are some characters for each food that you need to understand, and also season actually knows better. The nature knows better. So, for example, there is a tall palm tree that's called thati in India that has got this tall trunk, and at the end of it they have these fruits, and each fruit has three compartments in it. In that, it preserves water, and that water has got this spongy, like a cover around it. And once you open the pockets and you take that sponge out, the delicacy of that part of it is very nice. And then the water that is preserved in that hot summer, that is rich in minerals. See, it's more better than any of our drinks here, energy drinks and all that. So naturally, so suppose you are going in a place where there's not many wells, they don't have that much water at that time, right? So these preserved water in the fruits of these trees, that is so thirst quenching. So that's why I said, eat the food that nature is producing at that time. Be seasonal. Okay, Angela, you could put this in the also, because that becomes very practical and commonsensical for people to follow. Okay, let me look for the seasonal fruit, because nowadays what happened was you get food supply from all over the world, but the problem with that is that has to travel. So I try to avoid that kind of traveled foods versus organically local farmers grown food. That's what my choice is. That's why I said every Saturday people just pluck their vegetables from the fields and come in. We are in Iowa, so we have a lot of land agriculture, right? So all these people also grow their own gardens. I mean, everybody in our lane has a garden probably. So we kind of bring all those organical grown food, and then that's much better than this too many chemicals, too many insecticides, and too many pesticides and all that. They do them just to protect them, but in the long run, that is a carcinogen for us if you take too much of chemically rich food. So I try to teach all this principle to my patients, and then very few people really follow that because they go and eat in a restaurant, and God knows where it came from. Right? And also all these fast foods, they are all processed food. We all know in the medical field, this processed food is the culprit for our chronic disease epidemic, right? And but still, how many people are paying attention to the whether the food that they are eating processed or natural? If they can do it, they will be doing a big favor for them. you know Actually, if you eat foods that are calming, your mind getting calm is much easier too. So Angela, I don't know whether you looked into this aspect. there are qualities of diets in Ayurveda. They're called doshas. Suppose there is a V type, P type, and K type, right? V is Vata, P is Pitta, K is Kapha, right? This is really bona fide science because these are biological energies. One is kinetic, the V type, okay, and Pitta is like kind of in the middle, and then Kapha is something very docile and dull, energy provoking foods. So you got to eat a combination of them to avoid excess of that kind of quality. I think that is also something you want to learn about just for your sake, and also understand that and eat accordingly. Then your energies will be very high.
I'll get more into it. Years ago, I was trying that because it's even a certain time of the day you're supposed to eat and everything, right?
Yeah, very much because
certain things, yeah.
Yeah, it is like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really waiting. What really threw me off too from the last 3 years, I used to, run my own farmers market and stuff, so I had the right farmers and everything. So
Yeah. That's important.
I'm hoping I get them back because usually the farmers need the schedule before the year.
Yeah.
So they know how to set it up. But I hope some come.
Okay, Angela, it's almost 8 o'clock now. Then we will finish
Thanks
here.
for everything.
Yeah, tomorrow we will meet again. Okay.
See you, Sonia. See you next day.
Okay. She's gone from there. So.
Oh, okay. She's back down there. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, everybody. I think we will talk again tomorrow. Yeah. Anybody else on the wisdom have to come up? Want to? Thanks, Angela. Thanks your appreciation. Anybody wants to come up? I'll wait for a couple of seconds, couple of minutes. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Bye bye.